What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So lately we've been doing a lot of trading wide receiver rebuilds, so it'd only be right if I went ahead and stopped being biased and also did a trade Terry Mclaurin Washington Commanders rebuild today. Before we get in today's video though, guys, if you could leave it a like and of course subscribe if you are new around here, that would be greatly appreciated. So I've done like a trading AJ Brown rebuild, I've done a trading Deebo Samuel rebuild, I've done a trading DK Metcalf rebuild. I've basically done all the young wide receivers who have been and potential of trade talks besides Terry Mclaurin, because me as a Washington fan is like, there's no way we're going to trade Terry Mclaurin. But I'm sure some of you fans feel the same way about about AJ Brown, DK, maybe even Deebo for 49ers fans, even though he has requested a trade now. But so we are doing this scenario, and I will just flat out say this would be the dumbest thing for us to ever do, trading Terry Mclaurin. But if we did, just kind of want to see what it would look like. So we're getting round 1 from the Chiefs and round 2 from the Chiefs. So getting a couple draft picks in order to get Terry Mclaurin. So it's basically a similar trade of Devontae Adams in a way. So we're going to make that trade, obviously, and that trade has been made. So just like that, we have Carson Wentz and then literally no wide receivers. So that's why this move would make no sense, because you brought in Carson Wentz. I mean, you do have Curtis Samuel and Diami Brown, which is cool, but obviously it's not great. So we definitely need to improve at the wide receiver position now. So one of our draft picks has to be a wide receiver. But defensively, it's not too bad. There definitely needs, maybe another free safety and another outside linebacker definitely would be something we should get in this draft. Another corner as well, maybe in the future, because Kendall Fuller and William Jackson aren't going to be great forever. I love Cameron Curl. If we can move, we can get like a strong safety or a free safety to move Cam Curl back to whatever position we need him to move. And then, like I said, we need a coverage linebacker. I don't like David Mayo as my starter. So let's go ahead and get started with free agency like usual. So I don't think I'll be doing much of free agency, because in real life, Washington doesn't have a ton of cap space at all. Like, they just don't. They obviously used it to get Carson Wentz. So I'm going to operate in that same manner. So I don't even think I'm going to sign anybody, to be honest with you. Like Ronnie Harris, he's superstar dev and he's 25. I'd love to get him, but in real life, he's signed obviously with the Cleveland Browns. So I'm just going to head straight to the draft to start this video, because basically we've gone through free agency. Obviously, there's a few guys there that are desirable, but they'll probably be signed post-draft. And we're really focused on the draft, which is literally like 6 days away, which is going to be so fun, because once we have that, we'll be doing some draft rebuilds, obviously. So just kind of filling some time now, but Madden's probably about to crash on me. So I will see you guys in the draft, where we'll probably take a wide receiver and a safety or a linebacker, because that is kind of our biggest need right now. And quarterback. Oh, wait, Madden did not crash on me. So I was about to cut, but never mind. We are good. So let's go into the draft. So we have round 1, pick number 9, which in real life, we actually have 11. So it's not really too far off based off the simulation that Madden gave us. So at number 9, which, like I said, in real life is number 11, you have Ahmad Garner, you have Drake London, you have Malik Willis, you have Jordan Davis, you have Linderbaum, you have Devin Lloyd. So honestly, I think we should definitely try to walk away with the wide receiver here. So for sure need to do that. I'm not going to take Drake London. Garner would be cool, and Jordan Davis would be cool, but I think I'm going to go and take Garrett Wilson of Ohio State. I don't think I've ever drafted him before. I've heard some really good things about Garrett Wilson, so I'm going to draft him for Washington, hidden development wide receiver, to get myself a brand new wide receiver in Washington. And then for our 31st pick that we got for Terry Mclaurin, I think we got to go linebacker or free safety here. If there's like a Daxon Hill, or if there's anything here, we definitely need to kind of take a look at it. Jameson Williams fell here as well. I wouldn't mind taking him, but I don't feel like I should. So, and then offensive lineman wouldn't hurt either, but I don't think it's necessary, literally. So Jalen, we could get Pitt. I kind of like that one. You got Jeremy Rucker, which I don't mind that as well. There's a lot of good things we could do. Trey McBride, if you want to get a tight end, maybe he falls to me in the second round. Maybe I draft him. We do need another tight end for the future as well. You got Chad Muma. So I think I might go Nick Bonito, though, to be honest with you, because we do need a coverage linebacker, and Nick Bonito is great for that, I think. Well, at least I believe so. Or he's not bad at it, I would say. So I think I'm going to draft Nick Bonito. Just got him in the last video as well, but I feel like he would be such a good pick for us. So at round 2, pick number 9, I might take tight end. If Jeremy Rucker, he literally just went right before I was about to select. I guess that wasn't the tight end I was going for. It was the other one, wasn't it? So Jameson Williams still available, but I feel like I drafted my wide receiver, and then we could maybe look into, maybe going different direction. But Trey McBride, a deep route. We definitely need a tight end for the future, because Logan Thomas ain't going to be great forever. So I'm going to take Trey McBride with my first second-round pick, get ourselves a new tight end here in Washington, get Carson Wentz another weapon. Like I said, can't really rely on Logan Thomas necessarily. So now we have one more second-round pick. So we don't necessarily need a free safety, because we do have Bobby McCain, but it wouldn't hurt. but I didn't really see free safety available. So I guess free agency next year probably be something we look at. But Calvin Austin the third, you have a linebacker, or not linebacker, lineman, and then a tackle, and then Jaquan Brisker is here as well to Penn State. So may not be bad to take a safety like Jaquan Brisker here. Kind of like the idea of that. I mean, I was going to take an O-lineman, but I kind of like Washington's O-line as it is. Definitely could use some work, but I think we could probably sign a free agent if we need to. So I like both my tackles with Charles Leno and Samuel Cosme. So I think, if anything, we need another guard. But I'm going to take Jaquan Brisker here. Normal development safety. But I kind of like the idea of Jaquan Brisker coming in and maybe being an impact player here. And then last but not least, our third round pick. So I think we've capitalized really nicely on what we've needed. Now I could technically take, like, I could literally probably have waited to take another safety, but it's all good. So we have a right end, which we could take some more depth on the D line, because I mean, some of our D linemen are going to be up for free agency. So it may not be a terrible idea. Again, tackle may not be a bad idea either though. But I think I might end up taking one of those D linemen, even though we really don't necessarily need it, but it never hurts to have depth. You have Boy Maffei and Tyreek Smith, Ohio State and Minnesota. So if we take a look at them, C block shedding, B finesse move, C tackle. So he doesn't look too bad. And then I'll look at Tyreek Smith and I'll make a decision on one of those guys. Or we also could take Haskell Garrett. And then DeMarvin Leal is here as well. But Tyreek Smith, B tackle. I mean, they look relatively the same. So I'll take Tyreek Smith here. Hidden development right in the third round. I did not expect him to be hidden dev, but I will take that. And just like that, feeling pretty good about how this draft went after trading my boy, my favorite player, Terry McLaurin. So like I said, we definitely could have maybe used the guard upgrade, but I like Cosme because he's young. So I think he can develop really nicely. And then Charles Leno, I like as well. Norwell and Chase Roullier is solid. Our guard position could be better. And then this is technically Carson Wentz's first year on the Commanders, so that's why he's our quarterback for now. So we'll see how he does. I think I want to move Garrett Wilson to number 1, though. I don't like Curtis Samuel as my number 1 wide receiver, so I'm going to move Garrett Wilson number 1. Might even move Dimey Brown to number 2, and then I might like to put Curtis Samuel in the slot if I can, which it's not going to let me, but might do it in the actual depth chart because I think that might look really good for us. And then Trey McBride is going to be behind Logan Thomas, but he should develop nicely. Defensively, we got Nick Bonito, which I'm going to go ahead and put him over David Mayo, so I like that. And then Tyreek Smith's going to be some more depth on the D-line, which is great. And Bobby McCain's our free safety for now. But definitely things we need to look at for the future. You got quarterback we definitely need to maybe consider. Free safety because Bobby McCain ain't going to be great forever. And then another corner as well. And then obviously, like I mentioned, QB might be a huge need late coming soon. But I am going to move Curtis Samuel to the slot in the depth chart. And we're going to see how the season goes with Carson Wentz as the quarterback. And see if we can make the playoffs after this draft and after trading Terry McLaurin and drafting Garrett Wilson. So at the end of the season, we went 6-11. It did not do so good. So obviously, this would be kind of the worst nightmare for Ron Rivera if this team sucked that badly. Obviously, I don't think they're trading Terry McLaurin in real life, so we wouldn't even be in this scenario. And I think Terry McLaurin would make us better. But it is, necessary to look at the stats to kind of see how things went for the year. So offense was 29th in the NFL with Carson Wentz at quarterback. So it did not work out, it looks like. And defense was 14th in the NFL. So yeah, defense supposed to be really good. Wentz 20 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Not great, not gonna lie, not great at all. Rushing wise, Antonio Gibson 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. McKissick with 9 as well. Receiving, Samuel 1,200 yards, Garrett Wilson 1,000. So Garrett Wilson came in here and became pretty damn good for us. 700 from Logan Thomas, 700 for Dimey Brown. Trey McBride didn't get a ton of run, but he did get up to star development. So glad we do have a tight end to definitely replace Logan Thomas for the future. 10.5 sacks, Montez Sweat. 9, 8, and 3, and then 1 from Jamin Davis and 1 from James Smith-Williams. And the interceptions, we had 2 from Jamin Davis, 2 from Cameron Curl, and 2 from Kendall Fuller. So only 6 interceptions on the year, though, is quite disappointing. Not gonna lie. Nick Bonito went up to star development. Okay, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him. But he literally went up to 71 overall, so that's a little unfortunate. But let's go to the offseason, and let's see what we can make happen. So I think at this rate, you'd probably move on from Carson Wentz. I think you would because it did not work out. So that's probably going to be the first thing I do. So we're going to probably move on from Carson Wentz. And I hope it works out for Washington. I hope this isn't the route we have to take because I don't know what quarterback you get from there. I mean, I guess there will be a Baker Mayfield available for us, I think. But I don't know, man. It gets tough. So I am going to go ahead and move on from Wentz, even though his well, it looks like he has like no years remaining anyway. So I guess technically he's gone. So I guess I won't be re-signing him as the case. So Carson Wentz is gone. So we can go negotiate with everybody else. We have Daron Payne, Montez Sweat, Cole Holcomb, and then Wentz, McKissick, Joey Sly. So obviously there's a handful. My boy Taylor Heineke, I love him as a backup QB. So actually would love to keep Taylor Heineke around. So I'm going to get, no, never mind. Heineke says no. Okay. But I do want to start off with obviously Deron Payne and Montez Sweat. I know some Washington fans aren't, I think, Madden is giving more cap space than I actually, Washington has in real life. So don't know if they'll fully re-sign Deron Payne and Montez Sweat. Maybe one of them has to go. We'll see. But I intend to sign both of them back. And then Cole Holcomb, same thing, scheme fit, only 27. Sometimes I've seen him go up to superstar dev, so I am going to keep Cole Holcomb. And then Bobby McCain, I'm not keeping. McKissick, I would, but he's 30 years old. Joey Sly has been the best kicker Washington has had in quite some time. So I guess it's a small sample size, but I'm going to keep Joey Sly. We do need a guard in free agency. And I'm not going to franchise tag Tyler. $40 million of franchise tag Taylor Heineke. Imagine how stupid that would be. But let's go to free agency day one. Dude, that would be insane. But free agency day one, we need to be kind of a spinning team because we need a QB and we need a free safety. We need a guard. There's a lot that we could use here. So Tress Way, currently the quarterback for the team. Looks like we actually got a right guard in the draft. I guess he's actually a center, but he's a 6'9" at guard. So Garrett Wilson, Curtis Samuel, and then we also got Fitzpatrick and Dimey Brown, which is great. Defensively, though, Nick Bonito, and then free safety is really our only weakness. I can deal with the corners for one more year, then after that address it. But free safety, biggest need, or technically strong safety if we need to get a strong safety, because I think Cameron Curl could play free safety as well. So yeah, Lamar Jackson, and then Terry McLaurin is a free agency. Imagine I signed Terry McLaurin, but I mean, dude, we need a quarterback. So I mean, go get Lamar Jackson. It would be a dream come true for us Washington fans if we got like a Lamar Jackson. I just don't know how, feasible that is. But I wouldn't mind getting a Lamar Jackson on this roster. So I will maybe go for Lamar because, ooh, Darnell Savage though. And then Juan Thornhill. Okay, so I definitely want Darnell Savage. And then as far as guards we could get, we have Jenkins. When I'm not going to be able to afford Jenkins, and I imagine, obviously, you got Reisner, who wouldn't be a terrible addition. So let's see if I can walk away with getting. I can't get Jenkins for sure. Connor Williams, Puke. Okay, so those are decent options. And then right guard. So basically, our best option is probably Dalton Reisner. I think he's from Denver or from the Broncos. So I will go ahead and offer him a contract. 101 total points. We're not. Yeah, I can't get to him then if they're gonna pay him that much. Connor Williams might be my other option. Former Dallas Cowboy. So if these guys are being paid too much money, then it's just not worth it. So Connor Williams, I'll be able to get. I really want Darnell Savage, I think, for sure, to put in this team. So this should give me enough money for Lamar. I think $37 million should give me enough. We got to keep in mind that might ruin our cap situation next year. I'll go ahead and offer. So Lamar, 99 overall quarterback, 62 total points, has no other offers though, and that's the best offer we can give him. So I might have to cut somebody if Lamar doesn't accept that. But like I said, I think it's worth it. So Lamar Jackson, if you want to become the quarterback for Washington, I wouldn't mind that because we do need a QB. I doubt Lamar Jackson ever enters free agency, but a man could dream. So let's see if Lamar Jackson does sign with the Washington Commanders here. And Darnell Savage signed. Connor Williams has not decided, and Lamar Jackson has not decided either. So literally no money, so we just have to hope nobody's bidding on them. So Lamar Jackson has been bidded on, or nobody's bidded on him, I should say. And Connor Williams, on the other hand, I doubt. I feel like probably, someone upped their offer. So not going to be able to get Connor Williams. I might just have to address guard in the draft, honestly. I mean, there's really nothing more I can do. So I'm just going to hope and pray for Lamar Jackson. That is going to be the game plan. So let's get Lamar Jackson on this Commanders roster, and he still has not decided. All right, let's see if he's got another offer. I can up the offer a little bit, I think, and he still doesn't have another offer. That's actually quite surprising. I mean, I'm sure there would be way more teams lining up for a guy like Lamar. What did I even offer him to begin with? I mean, I feel like I offered him something pretty damn good, but I'll increase it a little bit. 15. That made the offer even worse. Okay, but we have $10 million to spend, so technically we could get like one more player here, but it might not be a bad idea to keep the books open just in case for like signings next year. So we got Darnell Savage, which is good. The only other thing we needed was a guard, and we're not gonna like any of the guards available. So unless if like one of these centers is good or a tackle is good, and we can move him to guard, but not gonna do that. So again, just a waiting game for Lamar Jackson. I imagine this 5th-year option is probably on Chase Young, which we are going to pick up, obviously. There's no reason to let Chase Young walk out of here. So expecting a big year from Chase Young in this 3rd season of his, because obviously his 2nd season was a little disappointing with injury and just not being that great to begin with. Came out of the gates really badly. But can we get Lamar Jackson? Final chance here to get my man Lamar to be the quarterback for Washington. Does he sign? Well, we're not going to find out until after, because Madden... Oh, never mind. Let's go. Lamar Jackson is the Washington's Commanders football team's quarterback. Let's go, baby. This is a dream. Obviously, it's not going to happen in real life. But hey, you know, like I said, a man can dream. A man can have fun. So, got Trey McBride, Lamar Jackson, Antonio Gibson, Curtis Samuel, Diami Brown, and Garrett Wilson. So now we can go into this draft and potentially try to get even better, because we have a high draft pick. So I think we should probably invest in offensive line. Wouldn't be a bad idea to invest in defense either. I mean, you really can't go wrong. So you have round 1, pick number 6. So let's see what we can get at pick number 6. We're going to have a high pick in every... Well, Anderson would have been cool, but we're not getting him. So we have Paris Johnson. You have Robinson, another tight end, which would be awesome, but I'm not going to do that. So Paris Johnson at Ohio State. You got Robinson and Max Johnson. You have Smalls, Dexter, Desmond Evans. So a lot of these guys are awesome, but our biggest need right now is O-line. So Paris Johnson, be awareness. I might just take him. He looks like a stud. Welcome to Washington, my friend. You're probably going to be playing guard for us. I guess I can move Cosman to guard if I need to, but that is going to be my pick at number 6. And round 2, pick number 6, maybe another wide receiver, because I feel like we might be moving on from Curtis Samuel soon. So we got Marvin Mims, which is exactly what I kind of wanted. We also have Diggs, but I am going to go ahead and take Marvin Mims with this pick, because like I said, I think Curtis Samuel might be a cut coming soon. So I'm going to take Marvin Mims. And then round 3, pick number 6, if I can get lucky, I'm going to take a corner who has hidden development, but I don't know if I'll get that lucky. So let's see if I do get that lucky. If we do, awesome. If we don't, no big deal. I could just take J. Cole and Roy, though. We have Woody Washington, round 2 to 3 projection. His college is not available. 8 catching, C zone. He doesn't look too bad. Deep play recognition isn't bad. I'll take him. He's normal dev, but I had to take a chance. So that is fine. We are off this draft now, but I feel pretty good about how we came out. Again, Curtis Samuel will probably be a guy we don't keep around anyway, so that's why we took Marvin Mims. So now we have 2 new wide receivers for the future Washington here, so feeling pretty good about this. So taking a look at the brand new and improved offense, you have Charles Leno, Andrew Norwell, Chase Roulier, Samuel Cosme, Paris Johnson, 77 overall coming in, Trey McBride, and Logan Thomas as your tight ends. You have Garrett Wilson, Curtis Samuel, Diami Brown, Lamar Jackson, and of course we got Marvin Mims out of the draft, which I would love to see Marvin Mims get some run this year. So I don't necessarily want to cut Curtis Samuel, but at the same time, like I kind of mentioned already, I just don't see him being a guy going forward for us. So I'm going to go ahead and put Marvin Mims and Garrett Wilson at the forefront. That might mean Diami Brown sits out a little bit this year, which is unfortunate, but I think it has to be done. So I want Marvin Mims to develop going forward. And then defensively, you got Nick Bonito, Jamin Davis, Cole Hulk. I mean, look at this. This defense is all-star development and above, which is fantastic. And then Tyreek Smith as well went up to star development, which is awesome. So, yeah, we're looking good. Corners are going to have to be replaced eventually. I know that for a fact. We got Woody Washington, but he wasn't anything crazy. And Jamin Davis, Cole Holcomb, and Nick Bonito will get the job done. The only problem I worry about on offense is 68. Yeah, because our scheme is... I don't know if it works for Lamar. So that's my problem. So, might have to change the scheme a little bit if there's a better fit. I don't know if there's going to be. May not be. Vertical zone run. No, not really there. Is there anybody? Nah, I don't think it's really there. So maybe we stick with what we had, where it was a 68% vertical power run. So I'm going to leave it the way it was, and we'll just have to deal with it, and hopefully Lamar can do good. We'll see. But I'm going to wait this season, and let's see if Lamar Jackson can lead this team into the playoffs. So at the end of the season, still not a good year. 7-10 on the season. Still not in the playoffs, man. So we have not gotten where we want to be just yet, but I feel it coming. Just like the weekend said, I feel it coming. So, offense was 14th in the NFL, so it was a lot better. Defense, did it fall off a cliff or something? Yeah, defense was kind of bad this year. 31 touchdowns, 16 interceptions from Lamar. So, not bad. Rushing-wise, Gibson, 12 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Receiving, Diami Brown, Marvin Mims, Garrett Wilson, all their thing. Trey McBride even was fantastic with 900 yards. So, all of our receivers got involved. Only person that didn't was obviously Curtis Samuel, which we're moving on from him anyway, like I mentioned. Defensively, though, sacks-wise, we had 10.5 from Allen, 8 from Sweat, 7.5 from Young, 4.5, 3, 2. And then interceptions, we had 4 from Savage, 3 from Kendall Fuller, 1 from Davis, 1 from Benjamin, and 1 from Curl, and 1 from Nick Bonito. So we definitely have some decisions to make this offseason because we are going to be losing both our corners via free agency, I think. So that'll be a thing. And then obviously we're moving on from Curtis Samuel. But we'll see. We'll see what we can make happen because this next and final season, we have to make the playoffs, man. It is not an option. We have not made the playoffs once in this video, and it is not good. So let's see if we can make something happen in this final offseason where we're probably going to have to free up some money in order to make some moves because, like I said, I think we're going to need corners, which that's going to be our biggest problem. So if we take a look at the negotiation stage and see who needs to come back, we have Kendall Fuller, we have Gibson, we have Cameron Curl. Immediately, okay, so this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So immediately, we have to get Gibson and Curl back for sure. So Antonio Gibson, not going to cost a ton. So I'm going to get Gibson back. Hopefully, he signs. We're W. Cameron Curl went up to Superstar Dev. So obviously, I do want Cameron Curl back. So I'm going to sign Cameron Curl. And then William Jackson, I do want Norwell back as well because, I mean, offensive line is important. So Andrew Norwell, and that gives us about 20. Never mind. We'll have to maybe decide on something else for agency. But William Jackson, I will not re-sign, although he's only going to cost $4 million to do so if that's what he wants. You know, might not be a bad idea. Kendall Fuller, though, cost me about $15 million to re-sign my man Kendall Fuller, which, you know, is not bad. That would give me about $19 million to work with in free agency, and I think I could split that among, like, I don't know. Do I want to give? Yeah, I think I will offer this. If he doesn't accept it, okay, he's back. So we get Kendall Fuller, who is a 90 overall. So I'm glad we got him back. Norwell, we didn't get back. Samuel, like I already mentioned, I'm moving on from. William Jackson, I'm not going to resign. Even though, actually, there's a chance. Wait, $4 million, though. It's not bad. Now, we would need another corner for sure. But I would not mind him at all. So I'll offer it, see if he accepts it. And he wants to play for new teams. That's fine. Okay. So I would have definitely been okay with that as like William Jackson as my like slot corner or as my third corner, but definitely wouldn't have liked him as like my second corner, I guess. So offensively, guard, or I think our offensive line is great. I think our wide receiver core is great too. So yeah, we got a wide receiver core. Offensive line is good. Oh, I guess we lost a guard. I forgot to mention that. So Gibson, but offensive weapons are fine. We got that. Defensively, this looks good as well. Like I said, we need corners. Corners is our biggest issue. So that is what we're going to be looking for. And offensively, guard. So it's guard and it's corners, really. So let's go see if we can make something happen here in free agency with only about $18 million to spend. So it's not going to be easy, but we'll have to go bargain hunting. So you have Laramie Tunsil out here, which he would cost a little too much money, so I can't do that. Michael Gallup is out here. Kyle Duggar is out here. We don't need him. Tua, oh my goodness, Tua's out here, but we don't need Tua. He's Superstar X Factor. Jadobi Awuzie, so it looks like we do have some corner options, which is good because I need a corner very badly. So we have Darius Slay, costs about $10 million. Jadobi Awuzie costs about $10 million. Peters would cost about $7 million. William Jackson, Nick Needham, so Michael Jamadi. So there's definitely some corners to get for sure, which is good. Nick Needham might be our best option. Guards, though, is the biggest issue. So Norwell might be the best option. Just go get back. JC Treader. You have Alice Kappa. So we might just retain. This is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to retain Andrew Norwell for 1 year, which I like that. So Andrew Norwell and then cornerback William Jackson, I think I'll retain for 1 year as well because he won't cost much. And then I'll give us about $5 million to work with for a trade. So that's going to be my plan. So let's see if we get Norwell and William Jackson back. If we get both of them back, I'll feel pretty solid. And then trades is where I want to get like a #1 corner. So we got both of them. And I am willing to waiver my first round pick in order to make something happen. So I'm feeling pretty good about the offense as it sits right now. I like the offensive line, like the weapons. Running back depth isn't great, but that's fine. Leno. So offensive line is solid. It's not bad. Trey McBride, Logan Thomas, which actually, how much is Logan Thomas costing us? Because he went up to a 70. Yeah, that frees about $6 million. So we could maybe do something there. And then John Bates is behind him. But defensively, I don't know if there's really anybody I want to cut on the defense. Is there anyone that's like, I mean, Jaquan Brisker, we could maybe, try to trade. But I like William Jackson, I like Kendall Fuller, but I don't like them as my two only corners. So I think this next part I guess maybe we could sign like a free agent now with $11 million. We could get like Peters, but not really what I'm looking for. So I think we are going to trade for a corner. So Nick Needham would be cool. Darnay Holmes. These guys would be solid. But I'm looking for like a number one overall, or not number one overall, like a number one corner, I guess I should say. So just like that, I move round 2, round 3, round 2 for Jalen Johnson to be my new corner on the Washington Commanders, if I can speak correctly. But that gives us the corner I was kind of looking for, which is great. So now this, like I said, last chance to make the playoffs. I mean, we got everything we could have wanted. We got Jalen Johnson, William Jackson, Kendall Fuller, we got Benjamin St. Juste, we got Cameron Curl, Darnell Savage. I mean, this team is ready. It's ready to compete. Lamar Jackson's our freaking quarterback, for crying out loud. So hopefully this season leads to playoffs. That's what we need to happen. Playoffs, playoffs, playoffs. If we do not make the playoffs, it'll just be very, very disappointing. So at the end of the season, I think it has finally been done. Now, for a second there, I thought we didn't make the playoffs because I didn't see any playoff game. But no, we went 12-5 and actually got the bye. So we are the first seed in the NFC. So things finally went our way, man. After 3 years of rebuilding this team, which Washington fans may implode if it took this long to finally get in the playoffs. But maybe it would be worth it at 12-5 having the bye. Offense was 6th in the NFL. So offense was great. Defense, first in the NFL, which is what you want. Awesome. 36 touchdowns, 16 interceptions from our boy Lamar Jackson. Again, this would be a dream, but hey, Lamar to Washington, you never know. Just kidding. It's not going to happen. But Jason McClellan had 9 touchdowns for us, only normal development. And then receiving-wise, Dimey Brown, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Marvin Mims, 13 touchdowns, 1,100 yards from Garrett Wilson. So it's like a brand new wide receiver core. Then Trey McBride, 900 yards as well. Defensively, sacks-wise, since we are our number 1 defense, 12 from Payne, 10 from Sweat, 10 from Young. Almost all 4 of our D linemen were in double digits, which is awesome. Cole Holcomb, 5.5. Interceptions, we had 4 from Jalen Johnson, 3 from Davis, 3 from Fuller, 2 from Cole Holcomb, 2 from Savage, 2 from Washington, and 1 from Cameron Curl. So let's, without further ado, let's see who we get to play next round in the playoffs. We are not going to worry about the wild card weekend. We get to play the 9-8 Detroit Lions. So if we come out here and we lose to Detroit, I will be absolutely flabbergasted, because this is our best chance to get literally to the NFC Championship right now. I will literally punch my monitor if we come out here and lose to the Lions, I think. So here we go. Let's get it. Lamar Jackson at home going up against Detroit Lions. He beat them this previous regular season on a Justin Tucker field goal. Let's come out there and do the same thing, except for beat them a little bit, better. Let's blow them out, I guess. So let's do it, baby. Let's get in this game. Let's have a good playoff game. Getting started. We are going to go up. Never mind. Allow the Lions go up 7-0, and we turn it over, and the Lions are up 14-0. This is not going to be... Lamar, please do something. 17-7. Okay? 20-7. Please, Lamar. Begging you to put up 14. Begging you to put up 14 here. It's 20-7. We're still in this if you score. You have to score, Lamar. Lamar, what? How are we this bad? Offense was top 5. I can't with this game, dude. I'm literally so pissed right now. We're losing to a Lions team that went 9-8, man. Like, literally did everything possible to put this team in contention, and we lose like this. There's no freaking way this is happening to me, bro. 2-minute warning. We're down 32-7 in our first home playoff game in divisional round. You know how long it's been since Washington's been in the second round of the playoffs, and this is what's going to happen to us? Something like this? Are you serious, bro? Come on, man. Did everything possible to put this team in position. And we're just going to lose like this. Lamar Jackson is so quick, bro. So quick. That's the only silver lining here, man. I can come out here and run with... Jared Goff is the freaking quarterback on the other side, and we're losing to Jared freaking Goff right now, dude. I'm just so... That's just so annoying, but I'm determined to throw a touchdown before this half is over, or before this game is over, I guess. This game is already over, but you know what I mean. I was gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna run Lamar. I'm just gonna run it with Lamar. Truz is not activated, I don't think, unless if that's just an ability. That might be an ability. I don't know if it has to be activated for him not to fumble, so I'm not gonna take that chance. But I am gonna, like I said, I am gonna score this touchdown before we go. So Garrett Wilson, if you want to get open, Dimey Brown, if you want to get open, that'd be greatly appreciated. I have Garrett. Okay, well, that did not go as planned, but you know what? We got the ball back, so I guess I can't complain too much. Thank you for recovering the ball. Here we go, minute 20. Can I put up a freaking second touchdown for Lamar? Because he can't. I have Y wide open, and that's going to be picked off because it was underthrown. And we are poverty. Yeah, I think I'm done here. So we'll end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.